All right, my peeps, welcome back. So today's episode is gonna be about my personal suggestion, how I will go, how I suggest if I was a music teacher, if I have my children, my daughter, my son. Just want to advise, and I want to share my personal knowledge, experience, journey, like what I understand as far as cymbals and the drumming world, So pretty much, we're in Guitar Center in Sunset Boulevard. There's multiple locations, and we will visit all of them, and I will give you guys tour. Actually, I just thought about that as content, visiting all the Guitar Centers and getting tours. All right. If you guys like that idea, put in the comment if you guys would like to see that. I'm gonna start replying to all my subscribers. Personal thank you. I'm gonna do both of the giveaways already, because we're already at 1,000. So thank you everybody that helped me get to where I'm at. And so there's 2 giveaways coming up. The 500, actually 3. The 500, the 1,000, and then me personally. Even though I'm in the streets, I'm gonna give back, and it's gonna be music stuff to the music community. Because I want to attract I want to merge all the communities. Everyone that saved my life, art, the anime in the community, music, and then skateboarding. Yeah, I grew up skateboarding too. That's another side of me. All right, my peeps. So I don't want to prolong this, but this is how do I go about. If you want to buy cymbals, this is my suggestion. Okay, come to Guitar Center, Samash, your local music store, and if you have a Sweetwater, musician friends, Rebirth, or whatever store out there, that you can walk in and they have cymbals, just go in there and hit them all. Go through all of them and take your time. And this is the way I will go about it. So take your time, and go in when no one's jamming out. It's peaceful. And then let me see if I could just set up the stool. What about this stool? And we're gonna hit these rights. But look, I'm gonna give you guys an example. All right, and this is pretty much what you're gonna apply to every other cymbal. All right, this technique, this method, this way of like finding out if this is your cymbal, if that's your sound. Oh, this is a little bit too low. Actually, I could adjust it. Hold on, my peeps. Let me adjust the seat. Where's the throne? Yeah, we gotta raise this bad boy. And then bring this down to lock it, to secure it right here. These are like new technology. What is this throne? This is from, oh wow, $220 for this throne, my piece. Wow. I have a bunch of thrones too. I'm gonna make a bunch of videos because I have a bunch of gear that I'm selling, that I got blessed with. Yeah, look, 180 for a seat. All right, so look, I'm gonna place my camera, and this is the way I suggest you go about going through all the cymbals. All right, my peeps. All right, boys and girls. My suggestion is just start hitting them from the edge, and lightly, everything lightly, as lightly as you can, and then you put more pressure and you put more strain and you build it up. So you're gonna concentrate on the edge, and you just wanna try to get the feeling. So there's a couple of things, So you wanna go based on the sound that is projecting, that is emanating, right? That is resonating, that is amplifying, right? That your ears are gonna pick up that sense, and then you're gonna rely on the way it feels when you're hitting it with the sticks and the tips. So you're gonna get the feeling, because when you start going through all the different type of brands and manufacturers and different grams, different weights, and different like combinations of ratios of different coppers and different metals that they use to make the cymbals, you're gonna realize that they feel different. Some feel, and then you even see, and then okay, so then concentrate on the way it feels, and then another one, that's the second sense, and then the third one is sight. You can actually see when you start lightly and you start building it to medium and then super high. The most you can hit it, the hardest you could possibly hit the cymbal. You can look at the waves. Look at the way the reaction. Okay, look at the reaction, the waves that the cymbal is physically showing, like the characteristics, and you can see it. So, and you can even like slow motion record everything and go in slow motion. You're gonna see different ripples, different patterns and different like flutterings and fluctuations and bending and like, yeah. So they don't all warp and like the metals, because some are thinner, some are thicker. And that all changes the way they react when you hit them. So pay attention in that. And then also, so the way they react, you're seeing that. And then you're feeling the way it feels. And then the way it sounds. Okay? And then you're going to experiment, and you're going to take it by increments. So focus by the tip of the. So let me actually. So the way you're gonna hit and experiment and find out how it sounds throughout the whole cymbal, you're gonna focus here, okay, on the very tip of the cymbal, the edge, but with the tip of the drumstick, okay, and then you're gonna go in. A step in, all right, and then you're gonna go another step, and you're gonna go another step, which is the length or the width of the drumstick, and then so it ends right there. So you're gonna go up and right there, and then you're gonna see how it sounds as you're going up the cymbal. From the edge to the midpoint to the high point to the bell, okay? And you're gonna see that every cymbal, the edge sounds different, the middle sounds different, and the bell sounds different. Some cymbals actually, and that's the thing that's why you have to hit them from the edge to the bell all the way. So let me show you with one hand. And with the same pressure too, so you could get the same loudness. And you're trying to see the difference, the way it sounds as you're going up, and the metals are changing the thickness. Yeah, because you see how it's changing, and I'm hitting it the same. You go united. You see how it's changing? Like now you're getting to the bell. Yeah, so when you want to experiment and you want to see how it sounds throughout the whole cymbal, and then another thing is you want to go, so the way it sounds here, when you hit it here on this edge, on this particular spot, you want to go all around the edge and see if it gives you the same sound, and you're hitting it with the same amount of strength. And then that's how you make sure that the engineer is precision, it's precise, it has like, meaning the metal is thick evenly, throughout, like, so there's not thinner, there's not no hot spots, I don't know how to define it or use the proper terms, but yeah, you want to go all around the cymbal on the edge, and then you want to go inside, one more step, and then inside, all around the cymbal, and until you get to the very bell, and you just want to make sure that it sounds even. So then that's it's a good cymbal, you know. So those are the things that I suggest you do when you buy a cymbal, okay? So let me place it down, and let me just kind of do what I do. Just, and then you increase it, and then you go a step further in, and a step further in, further in, and you keep going in slowly in increments, and you can bring it back down. And there's gonna be some cymbals that you're gonna go through. Doesn't matter where you hit them, right here, it sounds the same. You don't really get differentials. And to me, it's like you want to get a cymbal that it sounds very different as you're hitting it, because it's like you're getting multiple sounds out of one cymbal. So that's one thing I'm going to suggest highly. When you're looking for a cymbal, you're going through those cymbals, make sure that when you're hitting them right here in this little section, which is from the edge of the bell to the edge of the cymbal, this midpoint, you want to make sure that it varies. It changes in sound. It doesn't sound similar or the same, or there's not much of a difference, so it's very subtle. No, you want to hear a major drastic difference, and you're like, ah. So then, like, you could hit it here for certain music, for certain specific times, you know, that the music needs it. And then you know that your crash, your right, if you hit it up here, it's going to sound different than you hit it down here. So you're going to get a different sound. And then if you go up higher, it's going to sound different than the midpoint, which it does. You hear the difference? More washy. You know, it resonates longer. And then right here. You see? And then the bell. You see? So if you, and that's the cool thing about the cymbal, that you have versatility within the cymbal. So you got multiple different type of sounds being projected depending on where you hit the cymbal, you know, from the bell, from the inner core to the outer edge. And as long as you go up and down and you're exploring, you're projecting and getting different sounds, you know. Some are higher tones, higher or lower tones, and mid tones. So yeah, so that's the cool thing, and that's the thing I would suggest when you're buying and you're looking for your cymbals. You know, make sure that that cymbal that you're buying, if you hit it in different spots, it sounds different. Like this one, as you go up and down. So we're going down, and look, it's changing. And another thing that I like to do when I'm buying a cymbal, I'm looking for my cymbal, is making sure that all the cymbals, everything, splashes, crashes, effects, stacks. I mean, stacks, you know, you can, I don't even think stacks have bells. But okay, any cymbal that has a bell, right here, this little part, and it has a nice singing bell, like a really beautiful, because there's some that is like very dual. Like it just dies out, or it doesn't resonate, it doesn't project, you know. It's not a loud bell within the ride, or the crashes, you know. So because the way I look at it, you have now multiple bells, and you could have different sound, and you have more things to play with. So yeah, so look for, at least me personally, a good sounding bell, and you go through all of them. So like, for example, and then you try to hit it with the same spot, so you can get the same, and with the same pressure, with the same strength. Okay, so with the same string, all right, so you can have that consistency, and then you can hit it with the same spot in all the cymbals, okay? And then you're gonna see what bell do you like? And that's what I do. I look for the bell, because there's some cymbals that, and I want everything. I want to be able to use the whole cymbal, literally. And that's another thing. Make sure that you're buying a cymbal that you can use everything, you know? And you're getting different sounds. You see, like this one? Speed remains the same if you're going up and down. So you're not really getting a lot of different sounds. So yeah, so you go through all the bells. And then you crash them, obviously. Okay, and that's another suggestion that I want to say. When you hit the cymbals, when you hit your crashes in all your cymbals, all right? So they won't crack them, so you could last them. Do not, okay, because I want to show you guys how drummers strike, okay? So normally, you know, they strike like this, you know, like it's the motion is like this, but the way I suggest that you're doing less damage, and then you're like less impact on your crashes, and then less wear and impact on your sticks, is if you do more of a, I don't know what this motion is, but it's literally, look, my hand is just goes. When you study it, and if you're to slow it down, I do a 8 pattern, a number 8, an infinite number. So, and then I'm turning my wrist. You know, it's like a hummingbird, like, you know, the way the hummingbird flies. But yeah, so that's my suggestion, because you're it's like you're not embedding, you're not like stabbing them. You know, like I feel like that's what you're doing. You know, like you're stabbing them. And then when you hit them like this, like directly head on, that's when you like, because you're putting pressure right here. So it's like a point of impact, and then that's why you create those cracks. So what I would suggest, like, practice going side by side, and it's faster. You get multiple hits too. So you get more hits, the shorter it is. You know, but obviously the longer it is, the louder it is, you know, because you're getting more leverage. Yeah, so instead of going the traditional way, which is that's the way you crack and you fuck up and you bend your cymbals, do not, you know, go this motion, you know, because look, you know, we're strong and we got these forearms, and you know, and we could bend these things, you know. You just, you know, and you're just digging in, and that's why you leave the mark. So look, I'm gonna do the back end. Look, it's clean. All right, look, it's clean, and I'm gonna hit it. You're gonna see the indentations. Watch when I just go like that. All right, look, look, you see? All right, and now, look, I'm going to do the clean side. I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to do the and we're going to see if I leave any indentations, and you're going to see that's less damaged. That's wear and tear. Look. Wow. And I went crazy. Look at that. You just barely could see them. But that's my way. I'm going to suggest all the drummers, even professional drummers, because I see it, everybody, bam, bam, bam. I mean, if you're endorsed, you're sponsored by Sabian, Siljan, Maine, K, Pasties, Beyonce, and all these companies, well, then go for it, dude. I mean, you're getting them for free, but I mean, these things are expensive. Look. Where's this? Look. 340. Look at this one. This is a Beyonce one. I don't know how you pronounce it. Byzanze. All right. $450. Like, you know, and I'm born and raised, you know, and immigrant parents, so I don't have that money, you know. So the thing is that, so if you want to preserve and conserve your energy and conserve your drumsticks, because sticks are expensive. I mean, being a musician, being a drummer is one of the most expensive musicians, you know, honestly. You know, because the guitarist and the bassist, you got an amp and a guitar and a cable. But honestly, we got to worry about hardware, skins, cymbals, drumsticks, and all this other stuff, you know. So, oh, and then your cases, your cymbal to protect your cymbals, and then you need to protect your drums, you know, your cases. So it's a lot, you know. So the point is, my suggestion is the swiping motion. Look, and I'm gonna go harder, right? I'm gonna back up, and you guys gonna see my muscles. All right, look. Look, minute in comparison to when you strike it, like how everybody strikes it. Look, look. So there you go, my peeps. So that is my suggestions, how to go about buying a cymbal. And then another thing, all right, my peeps, this is personal. Don't buy a cymbal based on your favorite band and your favorite drummer. If it's Dave Grohl, if it's Stephen Perkins, Dennis Chamber, Neil Pearl, whoever it is, if it's whatever band, Nirvana, Foo Fighters, Megadeth, Joe Satriani, it doesn't matter, you know, like, do not go base because, oh, these are your heroes. You know, that's their sound, you know. That's who they're sponsored. That's who they're, you know, who they're endorsed with, and that's who they're working with, and that's their niche, you know. They found their sound, you know, and they're working together. So you come to Guitar Center or to your music store and go through every cymbal. Go through all of them. Alright? Literally, go through all of them. I'm going to go through all of them. Right there. But, you know what I mean? Like, individually, you take your time, but all the splashes, everything. Alright, I'm having fun. Never done that before, right? But you guys get it. Come, go to your music store. Go through every single brand, manufacturer, whatever it is A. Go through the K series, the orange china. Go through all the Chinas. There's different type of Chinas. This is my favorite. I have this China. Oh, and the cool thing I learned, a cool trick, if you could stack your cymbals, you can do, you know, I don't know, cool stuff like that. But yeah, you can go through everything. Go through all the ozone crashes, ozone China. But yeah, go through all the cymbals, but take your time. You know, hit them. And you guys get it though, right? So go through the cymbals, find what sounds good to you, what feels good to you. You know, because I'm telling you, when you go through the different cymbals, different thicknesses, different weights, different grams, different metals, different, it's gonna feel every cymbal feels different. All right, 95%, like most of the cymbals do not feel the same. You know, like they feel the same, and you can see how they wiggle different. You know, some are more steady, more move more, they vibrate more, some vibrate less. So pay attention, and like I said, go based on the sound, go based on the way it feels to your fingers, to your hands, to your body, and then look at the way it vibrates. You know, like this one's more steady, it's more heavy. Oh yeah, you can feel it, and then you go, oh. Feel your cymbals. Also, that's another one. Feel them. Make love to them. You know, like put your hand over them, like pray over them. You know, put good intentions forward. But yeah, develop a personal relationship, because this is your voice. You know, this is how your soul speaks. You know, and it sings and it expresses itself. So honestly, my peeps, when you're looking for cymbals, keep all these things in consideration. And never buy any cymbal based on your favorite band, your favorite bands, your music heroes, your idols, or because your favorite drummer or favorite drummers. Nah, that's them. That's their sound, man. So you personally, and feel them. And yeah, because you can feel them. They feel different. And even go like this between your fingers, and yeah, bounce the metal, and you can feel the difference. There you go. That's another one. That's another little test. Because either way, what are you gonna do when you crash them? You stop them. You know, those little technique, right? So you're grabbing them, and then remember, another one. There's another philosophy that I'm gonna share as far as drumming. Whenever you hit, all right, your cymbals, you're transmitting part of your soul, and you're leaving your DNA signature on that cymbal. So every hit, think about that. You're transmitting your soul in that cymbal. So every show, every practice, every hit is being recorded. It's being programmed. It's being embedded in that cymbal, because it has metal memory. You know what I mean? So that's another philosophy. It's another insight, you know, me as a drummer, as a percussionist, as a musician, as a multi-instrumentalist, you know, as a philosophical mind, as a philosopher, I transmit part of my soul, you know, in the cymbals, in all my cymbals, you know. So that's another one. But there you go. So when you go through your cymbals, hit them everywhere, go all around in all the places. You know, and then see how they sound and they feel and everything. So that's how you're gonna base your cymbals. And my thing, I'm gonna show you guys. I have mix. I don't have like a set. You know how they have sets. There you go. Look, they have the sets, the drum sets, the cymbal sets, the package. Right? I don't do this. I don't like, because I used to do that. And there's certain things that I don't like how they sound. Like, maybe I might like one or two crashing, and the rest of the cymbals I don't like how they sound. So never. Unless you actually test it and you really like it. Like you're like, man, I like every single symbol of this set. You know, then go ahead and buy that package. Or at least I will buy it. But at least for me, it's like I'd rather have independence, you know, individual, you know, and that freedom and flexibility. Because this is kind of being dictated. It's being governed, you know. And it's kind of like, yeah, so you have no saying, you know. It's like pretty much, and it's everyone that buys this package, is that's the sound they're gonna get, because everyone is identical, you know. They're manufacturing, designed the same to produce the same sound, same quality of sound. So the thing is that now you're not even getting your own sound, because now the people that have this package, like, you're sounding like them. So the way I go about mine, and I learned and I taught myself, and I had to retaught myself and reprogram, is just go through all the cymbals and ultimately, whatever sounds good to you, get it. So I have Sabian, I have Siljan, I have Classic, the custom, the main. I have some pasties. I have different brands. So I have a mix combination, man. So yeah. Oh, my favorite company right now is Cymbals. It's I want to get sponsored, endorsed by Soultone. But as far as like the cymbals, man, it's geez, I know this video is getting long. It's already half an hour, my piece. But I hope this helps as far as how do you go about buying cymbals. Okay. Where is it at? This oh my God, I don't see him. Or like the AX, the Sabian, that's a good one for me. Where is that company? They don't have it. It's yeah, they don't have it. I was gonna say the Turkish cymbals, and then man, I forgot what is that company called. All right, then my peeps. So hopefully that helps you guys out with the cymbals and how not to and how to actually do it correctly, you know. And hopefully they make sense. It makes sense what I share, and hopefully this video is nice and clear. I'm gonna find out. Hopefully it doesn't corrupt and the sound, everything's good. But yeah, so I'm right here at Guitar Center, and I'm getting back into my musical side because I had suppressed it and pretty much neglected it because I fell off the music scene, literally, like stopped being a musician, everything in 2008. So pretty much between 2006 and then 2008 officially, I was like done. And then 2022, last year, I decided to get back on my music thingy because of my mental health. And all these videos are going to come. But, okay, so hopefully that helps. All right, my piece, and put a comment. If you guys agree or disagree, or how do you guys go about it. But that's the way I go. That's my approach. Okay? All right, everyone. Peace, love, amor, and health. Salud. All right? And salud is being a musician, especially a drummer. That's physical health, emotional health, holistic health, and emotional health, and then mental health. Yeah, like, and that's why I'm getting back into music, for my mental sanity, because I'm going through my mental health has degraded, collapsed. Yeah, all right, my peeps.